Hi. Hello, dear students. Welcome, everybody. Pleased to be with you. This is Rana Ramadan, English teacher. Well, grade 12, unit 4, literary section. The unit here is going to work on history of drama. Thanks to virtual learning, Aleppo Directorate, and our supervisor, Miss Lubna Abu Saleh. Well, let's go. Today, dear students, we're going to deal with Unit 4, Literary Section. Look at the major title. It's a drama. Yes, when we talk about a drama, we know that we're going to talk about something connected with theater, with play. Now, when we deal with a new text, as you know, usually it's good to have a quick reading to the text, firstly, to figure out what's the text about. Now, the major title of this text, it's history of drama. Now, the following step, I advise my students all the time to figure out and identify the main ideas of the text. What are the main ideas of the text? Look here, we have some main ideas in our text. Now, the term drama comes from a Greek word means action. Drama is divided into comedy and tragedy. The medieval drama emerged after the original tragedy. It was a new creation rather than a rebirth. Now, the Renaissance had revived all types of arts, including theater. Shakespeare was the most world-renowned playwright. In the 18th century, the Romantic period began, and it focused on emotions rather than intellect. During the Victorian age, drama had suffered a steep decline, but it revived in the 20th century. In the 20th century, musical drama came to dominate drama in Europe. Many playwrights had mirrored society's frustration. In the 20th century, drama witnessed many trends and decades. The drama of modernist movement was such less innovative, comparing with poetry and novel. As you see, my dear students, here we have the main ideas of the text. We can summarize and identify these ideas of the text. After figuring out what's the text about and the main ideas, for sure, the students and the learner see that we have the new words and new vocabs. This text contains new vocabs. And now, we have here, as you see, an exercise to use some words that connected with drama. Complete the following definitions using words from the box below. Let's test what we have already learned from our text. Revival, contemporary, decline, tragedy, intellect, dominate. Now, the first definition, I'll give you just 1 minute to think and guess. What's this definition about? Is known as a serious play or a book that ends sadly, like death or the main character. Well, fine. It's a tragedy. Tragedy. Now, the following one is the ability to understand things and to think intelligently. What is it? Well, it's intellect. Intellect. Something connected with thinking. Okay. The third one is to decrease in quality, quantity, and importance of something. What is it? Yeah, look at the box, the yellow one above. Well, fine. It's decline. Decline. Number 4 is to control someone or something or to have more importance than others. Yeah, come on. Come on, dear students. What is it? Yeah, fine. It's dominate. Dominate. To dominate something. Well, number 5 is the process in which something becomes active and strong again. Yeah. Well done. It's revival. Revival. Means something belongs to present time. What is it? Yeah. Good. Well done. It's contemporary. Now, let's move to something else. The following step in our unit. We have here some words, again, relate to theater. Words in theater. Fill in the gaps with the correct form of the word in brackets. Pay attention to the correct form. Now we should pay attention to derivations. Now, or the tenses. I thought all the cast gave space in the play last night. So what is it? Let's see. Well, it's performance. Performance. Well, number 2, I don't find that. We have to choose a word from comedy. I don't find that, space, particular funny. What's the word? Yeah, good. Comedian. A comedian. Yeah. Number 3, it's unusual for a play to have 2. Yes, but this one did. We have to derive a word from direct. Yeah, what's it? Good, fine. It's directions. It is unusual for a play to have 2 directions, but this one did. Adil Imam is one of the best entertainer I have seen for a while. Yes, number 5. Think again. We have to derive a word from the word product. Yeah, produce. It was one of the best production of Shakespeare play I have ever seen. My favorite actor makes only a brief appearance. As you see, these words were taken from our text that relate to drama. Now we come to the following step in our unit, prepositions of movement. Here we have some prepositions. We classify them as prepositions of movement. As you see here, into, onto, and to are used to talk about movement. Look at the example. We moved to the chairs into the bedroom. The actor ran onto the stage. They walked to the next town. Again, we have the opposite of these prepositions. Out, out of, and from. Here we have some examples that we use these prepositions. We moved the chairs out of my bedroom. The actor ran off the stage. We drove from London to Edinburgh. So these prepositions of movement show movement from one place to another. Well, let's now have an exercise to test using these prepositions properly. Now, in this exercise, we're going to use the following prepositions of movement. To, from, of, into, onto, out of. Well, number 1, my brother drove almost in 1 hour. What's the missing preposition here? To. It is to. My brother drove to almost in 1 hour. The vase fell, the table, and shattered on the floor. So again, what's the missed preposition? Well, fine, it's off. Fell off the table. She suddenly turned and crashed the fence. What's the missing one? Yeah, good. Crashed into the fence. What time does the flight from Cairo? What time does the flight from Cairo? I slipped as I stepped onto the platform. Take your hands, your pocket, and help them. Number 6. Again, take your hands, your pocket, and help me. Take your hands out of your pocket and help me. Good. Let's see what we have else here. Now we come to pronunciation section in our unit. The title here, illusion. What's illusion? Illusion. In fast spoken English, certain sounds may disappear. This disappearance of sounds is known as illusion. The sounds are related. The two sounds t and d are frequently elided, especially when they are found between two other consonants. For example, we will hear the t sound in fact, but we not pronounce it in facts. Facts. We delete it. We drop it slightly. We don't pronounce the t sound in the word facts. You see? Now another example. We will hear the d sound in land, but not in landlady, landlady, landlady. So the two sounds that we don't pronounce them, t and d, we align them in words or in sentences if they are surrounded by two consonants, t sound and d sound. I don't know. I don't say I don't know. It's not right. I don't know. I watched TV last night. Last night. Last night. Okay, fine. Now, since we had an idea about elision, let's now apply this phonetic concept on this nice exercise. Here we have some sentences and we're going to guess what are the elided sounds here. And usually the two sounds that usually you elide them, t sound and d sound. The example here, as you see here, let's face the facts. The facts. This company is going to pass quickly. Now, we would start with dealing with these exercises here. Number one, my landlady bought a new handbag the other day. Let's see what do we have here. My landlady handbag the other day. Now, the second sentence, the first girl earned 20 pounds. This 20 pounds. Now, the word pounds, for example, here, it's surrounded by two consonants. It's preceded by n sound and followed by s sound. So we say pounds, pounds. Now, let's see number 3. Sikon, sikampoi, sikampoi. Let's see number 4. I don't know when they finish. Number 5. I don't like fast food as a rule. Number 6. It was a perfect afternoon. Perfectly, yes, marvelous, yeah. Number 7. Raise both your hands. Your hands slowly into the air. Number 8. I watch TV most evenings. In fact, I watched it for 5 hours last night. Last night. And now, we come to the grammar section. Here we have causative. What's the causative verbs? What's the causative form? Well, simply speaking, from the verb have and get, we can form the causative form. Usually have something done, we have something done, or get something done. Okay? So the major rule, we have subject plus get or have. No difference in meaning. Plus object plus past participle. Have something done or get something done are both used to refer to actions which are done for the subject rather by the subject. Here we focus on the action that is done for the subject and not by the subject. It means that the subject caused the action to happen, but they didn't do it themselves. Maybe they paid or asked or persuaded the other person to do it. For example, I don't know how to repair my car, so I'm having mine repaired at the garage. Well, fine. So when we deal with causative form, we should bear in mind that we focus on the action that is done for the subject and not by the subject. Now we have an exercise to apply this rule, the causative form. Now, make sentences with the form of have something done for these situations. Use the correct tense. Now, we have here an example. Tariq's windows are dirty, but he didn't have time to clean them himself. He didn't have time to clean them. Now, last Sunday, Tariq had his windows cleaned. It means that someone else cleaned the windows for him. Tariq didn't clean his windows. Now, as I said, we focus in causative. Here we focus on the action that's done for the dyer and not the dyer. The dyer, I mean the subject. At the butcher's, Ahmed said, okay? Ahmed said, please cut the meat into small pieces. So, Ahmed, think, how can you use the causative form in this sentence? Well, let's see. Well, fine, I gave you some time. Ahmed wanted to get, or you can say, Ahmed wanted to have the meat cut into pieces. This means that someone else cut the meat for him. It's not Ahmed who cut the meat. Now, think about the following sentence. Number 2, the hairdresser cuts Rana's hair about twice a year. The hairdresser cuts Rana's hair about twice a year. Rana. Now, we're going to use causative form for this sentence. Well, let's see. Rana gets or has her hair cut about twice a year. Yesterday, the optician checked my mother's eyes. Yesterday, my mother, again, tried to use the causative form in this sentence. My mother. But remember, in this sentence, we have a past tense. So we use the past tense with causative had or got. My mother got her eyes checked, or my mother had her eyes checked. Mrs. Hakim's doctor says to her, when you come to see me next week, I will check your heartbeat. Okay, how can I use the causative form for this sentence? When Mrs. Hakim goes to see the doctor next week, so yes, here we're using model will, she will get or have her heartbeat checked. Okay, now we finished with causative. Let's move to the following step in our unit. Asking for information. You know, usually we have this part of our unit to help us to practice speaking and develop more skills in speaking. Asking for information, how the speaker can express uncertainty or hesitation. Now, the response to the following situation by expressing uncertainty and hesitation. Usually, dear students, when the speaker intends to express uncertainty, usually say, maybe, have a pause. I think, nearly, I'm not sure. Look at this sentence. Do you think that students will study at home in the future instead of going to school? I'm not sure. Maybe they would do. Okay? You see this expression, I'm not sure. This expresses uncertainty, hesitation on the part of the speaker. Maybe, again, they would do. Again, number 2. Would science and technology find a cure for cancer? It's a question. And now we're waiting a response from the addressee. What do you think the speaker would say to express uncertainty and hesitation? Let's see some suggestion. Well, here the answer suggests that the speaker will say, well, I think that doctors have tried for many years. This expresses uncertainty again and hesitation. I have heard that Moroccan people won't need a visa to go to Europe. Is that certain for you? Now the speaker here asking and waiting an answer. But the response, we expect the answer will express again uncertainty and hesitation. what do you think? Let's see. Here is a suggestion for a sentence that the speaker expresses uncertainty and hesitation. I'm not sure. Maybe they won't. Okay. Number 4, do you think that Indonesian will be an international language in the future? Well, again, another question. And here we are waiting the speaker to express uncertainty. What do you say in this case, dear students? Yes, here we have a suggestion. Maybe you're right. So the speaker is not completely and 100% quite sure of the answer. Maybe you're right. Okay. Are you sure that Arsenal will win the game? I'm not sure. Maybe it will. They have looked unstable lately. Okay. These expressions reflect the uncertainty and hesitation on the part of the speaker. Well, students, I think it's time to say goodbye. Hopefully you benefited from our lesson. Thanks for all viewers, all followers, all learners, and see you later.